Welcome back to the show, and if you're joining us, we're in the second segment of The Entrepreneur. On to our second guest tonight, who is into makeup development. Join me as we learn a thing or two on what she is doing. It's good to have you on the show tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Now, maybe you can introduce yourself to us at the same time, maybe explain to us what you do.
I'm Susie Wakabi, and I'm the founder and CEO of Susie Beauty, which is Kenya's very first makeup line.
Before you got into this, what you're doing in the business that you are in right now, what were you doing before? Were you involved in something else? And if so, maybe you can explain to us what that was.
Well, my background is in makeup artistry. That's what I studied, that's what I love, except, sorry, my degree is in international relations, which I very quickly knew when I graduated that I would not do anything with it. And I went on to venture into the fashion industry. I was in the US at that time. So I worked in different areas of the fashion industry and discovered my love for cosmetics, and trained with a few big companies, and also went to a media makeup school, and came back home in 2007 to work full-time in makeup artistry.
What would you say gave you the motivation, to get into your own makeup line?
So what happened is that I came back home with a big suitcase full of very many different types of products to work with. And a few months into it, I started running out of certain products, certain colors. So I started looking for where to buy them here locally. And I just could not find the good quality products that I was looking for. And if I did find them, they were completely unaffordable. So after a year of doing that, I decided to just take the leap and make my own. Because I was also trying to cater to people like myself who are looking for good quality, affordable products that just do not exist in the market.
Do you get to manufacture your products locally, or where do you get to manufacture them from?
I locally develop everything by myself. But we can't locally manufacture, unfortunately. So we mass produce it abroad, and then bring back the finished good in mass quantities.
Being quite a capital-intensive business, where did you get the capital from?
The very initial funding came from my husband, who had a job at that time and was working full-time. So while I was still doing makeup artistry, as I was developing the product, he was working and he could fund the initial stages of the project. Very quickly, we knew that it would be quite a capital-intensive project, close to $200,000 we would need. So we had to look for funding outside. So we got on board 2 investment groups as well as a bank loan.
You mentioned that these, your products are the first in the country, kind of a makeup line. How was the reception in the Kenyan women?
We're a pioneer company in many ways, so we had nothing to benchmark on. So everything was trial and error from the beginning. Even me creating the product, I've worked with many brands before and that type of thing. So I knew very well what works, what doesn't work, why it works and why it doesn't work. So developing the product was very easy. But then thereafter, people were very skeptical. They're like, really, are Kenyans going to buy a Kenyan product? I'm like, I would hope so. I hope to touch up patriotism in my Kenyan ladies, and they understand that I have personally created this product for them. This is for us. It's for the Kenyan woman, it's for the African woman. For our skin textures, for the correct tones and correct colors and all that. So I did touch up patriotism in them, and the product does speak for itself. So for the most part, when somebody tries a product, they'll be coming back. So yeah, and we had a lot of, if you get the product right, the sky is the limit.
You can detail to us the kind of array of products that you have, that you in your makeup line.
Sure. Actually, why don't we do this? Why don't we go over to my shop? It's right here, and we can look at everything and chat about it and continue to follow up with other questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is okay.
Cool. So here we are to look at the detailed product line. This is our Valley Arcade shop, and it's we have 2 other carts. We have a total of 3 mall carts, and that's one of our business models that works really well for us in the retail space. So the product line exists of 11 different products. The foundation is a liquid foundation. We have 2 different types of powders, a loose powder and a compact. The women love that. And then concealer. That's really great to hide all the discolorations and dark circles under someone's eyes. And then also for the face is blush for the cheeks. Eye makeup, we have a full range of eyeshadows, about 17 different colors. and we just recently came out with 3-in-1 eyeshadows. We call them the eyeshadow trios. And then we have mascara, and we have eye kohl or eyeliner. And for the lips, we have lipstick and we have lip gloss. And a full range of brushes for applying the makeup. People don't realize the importance of brushes. There are 11 different brushes, and each one of them is very important. And everyone loves them, and they've come to see the need for each one of them. Yeah.
Susie, I know these products need to go out there, and women out there need to know where they are and which they can choose from. How do you get to market yourself?
Apart from where we retail from, each place we have a retail outlet, we have our girls there, trained, perfectly trained, to show you what makeup works for you, to show you how to do it for yourself. And then we do a lot of events, fashion shows. You'll find us backstage in a lot of fashion shows, behind the scenes in TV shows. So we still do a lot of makeup artistry services.
From your charts, of the products that you have, I'm seeing, very unique and local names. How do you come up with that?
Of course, very early we realized this is the first time that this has been done, right? So let's make it entirely Kenyan, let's own it. So when I was developing the product and the colors, I decided to, I use the word Swahilisha as much as I could. Our foundations, we can't, it's just a number, and the powders. But then with the colors, like the eyeshadows and the lipsticks and the lip glosses, I tried to make them a bit local. Like we have our black eyeshadow is called Usi, our purple lipstick is called Zamba for Zambarao, Waridi is our pink eyeshadow, means pink. And then like our eyeshadow trios is Kenya Highlands, Diani Shore, Nairobi Sunrise, all that. So, and can you imagine when we take it international and then we have all these names out there? It's gonna be awesome.
And where can people find these products? Are they in the local stores, or where do you have them?
We have, for example here, our Valley Arcade outlet. We have one at the Junction Mall on the first floor, at TRM Mall on the first floor. We'll soon be opening at 2 other malls, and I'll keep you posted on that. And then at Nakumat Mega, beauty wholesale shops in town. And then a few salons and pharmacies around. Yeah, Mimosa Pharmacy, for example, has been our partner since the beginning, and we're in 2 of them right now. No, 3, including Malindi. Yeah.
Earlier on, you mentioned that you were also looking for products before, and they were very expensive. Now, women here have an array of products that they can choose from. How do you get to to cope with such competition?
I love competition. Competition proves my point, because the promises that we have made to our customers is that this product is good quality, it is affordable, and it is made for your skin tone. So, all the others are not really exactly that. So, while that one has its own promises, they'll find that what we have promised them is actually real and correct. Like I said, there's a lot of interest in the local beauty market because it's growing by leaps and bounds. So we're seeing a lot of international competition coming in. Every few months there's a new brand coming in. For me, it's all good. The more the merrier.
What are your future plans?
We need to take this to another level. There are many levels it's going to get to, but we need to get to that next level. So to launch more products, increase the range, launch my skincare line, which I've developed already, but we just need to launch it. And get more outlets, get more distribution, eventually, venture. We're in a few other countries in Africa, like we're in Kampala, a small distributorship, in Addis Ababa and in Abidjan. So we want more of that, and to go throughout Africa. Africa is the priority.
Give advice to people watching you right now, and they probably think they have that first-time idea that they can bring into the market. What do you tell them to have in place even before they get into entrepreneurship?
I would say whatever business you are venturing into, make sure that you love it with all your heart, soul, and mind, because you have to be able to eat, live, and breathe it all day, every day. I work 24/7. For entrepreneurs, make sure you completely have a lot of passion in whatever it is that you're choosing to do. Otherwise, it's bound to fail, because you have to be able to completely give all of yourself into it.
This is exemplary work that you're doing. Any achievements, any recognition, any awards?
One really, really great achievement was in February, I was invited to be on a panel at the Africa Business Conference at Harvard Business School in Boston. For me, that was a huge pat on the back, sitting there with 3 other guys and talking about localizing business models and products. So, and I got a lot of questions from the audience, and it was amazing. And still the spillover from, you know, who I met there and what networking we did is still happening. So amazing. And then, yeah, and you know, for the most part, the awards that we received are international, you know, from a few from South Africa, from Paris, and then maybe 2 or 3 from here, from Kenya. So it's amazing. That helps a lot. That helps me keep going.
We've come to the end of our show tonight, hoping that you enjoyed the guests that we brought for you tonight. And I hope that you got to learn a thing or two. We appreciate and value your feedback. Can you get in touch with us on the social media pages that are on your screen right now? Facebook, Twitter, and our email address. From the team and I is good night and God bless you. See you next week, Thursday, 8:30 p.m.